KVGC News Time, 7 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. It's time for a look at the news. It's a Friday, the 15th day of June for 2018. Well, with the cannabis cultivation ban in Calaveras County just a week old, deputies raided a formerly registered site and seized more than 1,300 marijuana plants this week. Wednesday's search by the Calaveras County Sheriff's Office Marijuana Enforcement Team took place on Mason Road and Railroad Flat, the site of a previously registered commercial medical cannabis cultivation site. Deputies seized 1,309 marijuana plants and over 171 pounds of processed marijuana. Investigators also found evidence of environmental damage. Additionally, 3 people were issued citations. Stephen Koba from Railroad Flat faces a felony citation for illegal cannabis cultivation, possession for sale, and operating or maintaining a place for the purpose of unlawfully selling or giving away illegal controlled substances. Timothy Koba from San Antonio, Texas, and Marcus Sholin from Railroad Flat were also cited for illegal cannabis cultivation.
Well, 3 Valley Springs residents arrested after being caught red-handed in a daylight burglary. According to Calaveras Sheriff's Office, deputies responded to reports of a home on Baldwin Street in Valley Springs of a burglary in progress. Now, the report was made by a realtor. Now, upon the deputies' arrival, 2 male and 2 female subjects were contacted on the property. During a safety sweep, deputies noted it appeared the subjects were illegally living there. The side garage door showed signs of forced entry. Parked in the driveway, deputies found a backhoe, engine running, with its bucket filled with several items from the home. Deputies determined the tractor had been stolen itself from Valley Springs Elementary. 3 Valley Springs residents were arrested at the home and booked into the Calaveras County Jail for first-degree burglary, among other charges. James Whitehead, additionally charged with possession of stolen property and conspiracy. Corey Castle booked on 2 outstanding warrants, as well as conspiracy and possession of a stolen vehicle, while Leia Robateo was also charged with conspiracy. A 4th female subject was contacted and released.
And with all the attention on Amador County numbers, the Calaveras County Elections Office has updated results from last Tuesday's primary election. In the countywide race for sheriff, Rick DiBasilio dropped to 48% and will face a runoff with Gary Stevens, who garnered 28% of the vote. In the race for Calaveras County Supervisor District 3, Marita Calloway has increased her lead to just over 48% and will face a runoff with incumbent Michael Oliveira with 28%. In District 5, challenger Benjamin Stopper leads the way with 32% of the vote and will face off against incumbent Clyde Clapp with 30% of the vote in November. Early results on election night had Clapp in the lead, but he was later passed by Stopper. 15,537 total ballots were cast in the June primary for a voter turnout, 59.5% in Calaveras County.
Well, California voters may get a chance to weigh in on daylight savings time this November. The state Senate approved a proposal this week to ask voters to repeal a 70-year-old initiative that requires the twice-a-year clock change. If signed by the governor, the bill will bring California closer to abolishing the practice of spring forward and fall back. The measure has been introduced before, but this is the first time it's ever advanced. If signed by the governor, voters could then expect to see the measure on the November ballot. If passed by voters, the process would then require a second bill and federal approval.
Blood Source will hold a community blood drive in Jackson at Jackson Cinema today. The Bloodmobile will be located at the theater parking lot from 1 to 5 this afternoon, and all participants will receive a $10 Fandango movie voucher. Donating blood is safe, easy, takes about an hour. Donors must weigh at least 110 pounds, be at least 17 years of age, 16 with a signed Blood Source parental consent form, and be generally healthy. There is no upper age limit for blood donations. Donors must bring a photo ID and should drink plenty of fluids before donating. Blood donations must be spaced out every 8 weeks, about 56 days apart. So if you can, today, give the gift of life.
And as temperatures are heating up, many people head to local waterways. PG&E wants to remind you, be safe. Know the risks you run when you get into the water. PG&E also reminds everyone, learn about self-rescue techniques that'll help in survival if you fall in. Control your breathing. Don't panic. Find any flotation device possible. Wear a life jacket when boating or rafting, and always inform someone of where you're going. Another important fact, the temperature of rivers during spring. The average swimming pool temperature runs about 80 degrees, while in contrast, swift water from snowmelt can be as cold as 40 degrees and trigger shock, paralysis, and even drowning. Not wearing a life jacket or being alcohol impaired while recreating in cold water makes it even more perilous and deadly once you can no longer move and slip into unconsciousness. For more safety tips, visit boatcalifornia.com.
And Amador High School's cross-country team will be holding their 24-hour relay starting at 8 o'clock today through 8 o'clock tomorrow at Amador High. The purpose of the event is to raise money for the Amador Emergency Homeless Shelter and Homeless Student Fund. Donations can be made by calling 304-2302, online at atka.org/donate, specify the 24-hour relay, or, better yet, stop by the event anytime between 8 a.m. this morning and 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Cheer on the kids and make a donation. And that's a look at local news on a Gold Country Friday morning. From the Amador County Elections Department, they will be processing conditional and overseas ballots today. They are planning to release an update on numbers sometime late today. And again, we're expecting that late today, another update in the ballot count for Amador County. Also, don't forget tonight at 6 o'clock, it's Big City Swing Committee with great swing music at Hanford Court, part of the TGIF Summer Music Series. From the KVGC News Center,
I'm JD.
And I'm Jim Geedy reporting. Remember, for the latest news, traffic, and weather 24 hours a day, visit our website. That's kvgcradio.com.